Back to the STPL. My name is Kix, the host, caster, and organizer, and we're about to head into game number 3 between NaS and mSj. NaS are currently up 2-0, so this game is all or nothing here for mSj, and the man they've chosen to throw out to the fire is going to be Jedi1. Now Jedi1 unfortunately hasn't had the best first 2 games. He's not played a PvP yet. He could be a little bit of a PvP sniper. SuGo himself did play twice last round, won both of his games. Both of them were actually PvPs. So SuGo very good with PvP for now. Amazingly, for a man who works 20,000 hours a week, he still has time to play Brood War. But memes aside, SuGo is a very good Protoss player for NaS. One of the mainstays of their roster. My coach currently in the Coach Pupil League. Not that I've had much coaching because I've not been too active, but either way, should be really cool as we head over here to Katrina SE. Now, Katrina SE, a very cool map for me. It's a very cool map in PvP. We've had 3 PvPs on here already. One of them was decided by 2 gate versus 1 gate, and the guy lost his Dragoons. One went late game, and one was a really weird sort of mid-game scenario. So unsure what we're going to see here, but as it is the 3rd game in the series, hopefully we see something epic. Obviously, you just saw Fisheye versus Tech, Red versus DM in that highlight break, and that was probably one of the most cool PvPs I've ever seen. And if we get to see something like that on here between SuGo and Jedi1, I'll be incredibly happy. Without further ado, let's head into the game. It's NaS SuGo versus mSj's Jedi1. Now spawning here in the 12 o'clock position, we do have the purple Protoss, which gives him a little bit of an advantage early on for the alliteration. It's fighting for mSj's Jedi1. Now his opponent spawning here in the left-hand position, 9 o'clock, we do have the yellow Protoss fighting for NaS. It's SuGo. Now I've moved my keyboard a little bit further away from my microphone, so I'm going to see if that makes it less likely for you to hear the clicking. But I'm... Whoa. Oh yeah, they're like... they disappear eventually. They're hallucinations. I've completely forgot they were like that on this map. Now, moving the keyboard away didn't help, so I'm just going to move it back. Obviously, if you don't know this about observing, using the keyboard to move around with scroll speed set to 0 is very good. It's what the old Pro League observers used to do, what the OSL observers used to do as well. And it's just a really smooth way of transitioning around. Obviously, it's not the most smooth you can possibly do, but I mean, if you compare it to this, like if I'm trying to follow the probe, look at this, look how weird it looks. Whereas with a keyboard I can be like, oh, see, look at that. It's all nice and lovely. But Gateway first coming in for Jedi1. Now SuGo, sorry, for SuGo even. Now Jedi1, he's actually going to go for a Nexus first here. Now 13 Nex. Oh, is this going to be Sail's favorite build? Is this going to be a 12 Nex? I think it is. Sail is alive again inside of Jedi1. Jedi1 using his mind, or Jedi mind tricks, or Sail using his Jedi mind tricks on Jedi1 here to get that 12 Nex. Now 12 Nex is incredibly risky. You put a lot on the line. Obviously you do have the option of going for a Forge and Cannons early on. Looks like we are going to see a Gateway though behind this. But SuGo, what is his reaction going to be? He's already going in to a Gateway. He's going to be going into a Cybernetics hole behind this as well. As you can see, he's already started mining his gas. But with the rush that's on this map, Jedi1 may be able to actually get units out in time. Now he's actually going to go into a Forge as well. And that's going to be pretty good here. Now Jedi1 going to be scouting in the wrong direction, unfortunately. Not going to see that there's a Zealot on the way. You can see a pylon coming up with the Nexus, just ready for some cannons if he needs it. Now the problem is, Jedi 1 is not going to know this is coming. He should know that when you go for 12 next, you are playing incredibly greedily. So you're going to have to build... He looks like he's going to go into cannons. So he does need a cannon fairly soon. Because this Zealot is right here. And this Zealot's out for blood, man. What is this Zealot going to be able to do? SuGo could just bop Jedi 1 here now, of course. All is not lost. He is going to be able to try and go for a cannon. He's not going to be able to sort of drone drill or probe drill on top of that. He is going to try and get as much damage on this Zealot as possible. Good micro so far, but managing to break his way through using this probe. What a great move. Gonna save his Zealot for now. He does obviously lose the probe, and we do have 2 base probe production coming in for Jedi 1, who's actually saving a few minerals at the moment, trying to get an extra cannon in, but it's 2 Zealots against 1. Cannon is still not finished warping in. The probes have been pulled yet again. The Jedi 1's Zealot trying to jump back in, getting a good hit off on that. Now a second cannon is coming in. We should eventually see more probes coming in here. There we go. Just starting this up, but Dragoon range coming in. Dragoon's very, very good against cannons early on. And SuGo, I think, was planning on going for a Nexus, but he kind of second-guessed himself of like, do I go for this or do I add more gateways? Looks like he is going to go for a Nexus. Now, we do have the probe coming in from Jedi 1. Maybe we could see something crazy like a cannon rush on this Nexus or something. That'd be kind of cool to see. That force a reaction out of SuGo, but of course SuGo does have his first Dragoon out now, so that's not going to be doing too much. Now, the good thing for Jedi 1 is he's going into his gas now. He hasn't really got that many units, so he's not going to have any push power for a very long time, but we will have obviously SuGo with the advantage for now, but economical, in the economical sense is what I was trying to say. Jedi 1 obviously with a huge advantage. His probe count is just absolutely insane right now, but the cannons not enough to kill both the Zealots. This Zealot going to come in to the mineral line. He should actually just go over to this base. There's nothing over here defending. There is a core coming up, but it looks like it's going to be a race between this Zealot, very low on health, and Jedi 1 Zealot, who is a beefy boy, going to be coming back here to try and deal with SuGo's Zealot. Looks like he is going to be able to deal with it quite well, but that is going to pull SuGo's Zealot, well, sorry, Jedi 1 Zealot away from the main for now. And now back at home, we see SuGo going to start adding on a gateway. It looks like he's probably going to go for a Reaver play after this. I'd say that's probably the best build he can do here, because he can kind of fly in the back. Now, SuGo doing a very good job of keeping this Zealot alive. He's actually slowly regenerating shields, which is going to give him a little bit of an advantage when he goes in. He's got a lot of important scouting information. He's not really done any damage, unfortunately, but stay la vie. He's going to take what he can get. The scouting information going to be very important. Going to dive back in here, see if he can scout the gate count. Gonna see that there's gonna be 3 gateways and no robo, so this is gonna be pretty good for him. 3 gateways in here. Now, is this just gonna be for shuttle? Shuttle here would be very good as well. He could drop in the natural. It's very hard to sort of see what's going on back there, and SuGo's still keeping this Zealot alive. This guy, he is a marathon runner. He just does not stop going. Looks like he is gonna eventually get taken down, but not before scouting yet another 2 gateways. And SuGo is going to be very happy with this guy. He is going to become a Dragoon with the highest honor available to him for his team. But looks like 3 gateways in here for SuGo. He does need to add a few gateways in soon. But we see the robotic support bay is done. First Reaver on the way. We're going to see a pylon coming up here as well. Maybe get his own cannons a little bit later on. But the longer this game goes, the more of an advantage Jedi 1 is starting to get. He's getting more and more gateways. Obviously, gateways mean everything in PvP. The Reaver going to be doing a lot. This is why he's sort of able to survive with less gateways. He obviously has the unit advantage from earlier, so he is going to have a lot more units for the time being. The 5 gateways not really kicked in just yet for Jedi 1, who's still adding on, obviously, more pylons. He's not supply blocked. SuGo is nearly supply blocked at the moment, but he should be getting a shuttle straight away afterwards. He has just had a couple of pylons finish up. We see SuGo sitting in the middle of the map, just trying to get any kind of edge he possibly can get. Oh wow, this is actually a really nice probe scout by Jedi 1. That would have been in the perfect position to see the shuttle going over. But unfortunately, SuGo's actually forgotten his shuttle for now. He was going to use that Reaver just for defense for the time being. Now, I don't really agree with this. This is giving Jedi 1 more of a chance to get more and more units back at home to defend. He's going to add a cannon likely here just to kind of help defend against this. Now, there is going to be an observer going into his base, so I'm not really sure once again exactly what the plan is here for SuGo. But SuGo obviously has an idea of where he wants to take the game. He's got a big supply advantage already. Obviously, he will eventually need to get a shuttle for this, but he's going to be waiting for Reaver Scarabs to be done. Probably going to be going for shuttle speed behind this, possibly. Another 2 gateways being added on, which will actually give him gate parity. Once again, no, we actually see that Jedi 1's added on yet another gateway, and we can really see the benefit of that 12 next kicking in. Despite the fact SuGo has an insane supply lead right now, SuGo isn't really able to push in. He knows he's going to be pushing up the high ground. The Reaver's going to be a long way away from waddling over to really do any damage. But with no shuttle speed on the way either, Jedi 1 going to be feeling pretty good about this game. His economy is really booming right now. He's a long way away from dying, so this is going to be a good chance for mSj to get their name on the board. Now the rover facility, or the rover facility coming up here for Jedi 1. Jedi 1 getting a scout on where some of SuGo's units are, but SuGo needs to be careful. There's a lot of units back at home. And if Jedi 1 just pushes, he's going to be able to push through this force. Like, this isn't that many units. And I mean, SuGo doesn't know this is coming. Jedi 1, gonna move up, scout. How many units SuGo has, and you can see Jedi 1 seeing, wait, I've just got way more Dragoons than this guy. Gonna push on forward, SuGo gonna pull back. But with the early forge, I wonder if he did go for an upgrade. Yes, he did, +1 attack. Almost about to kick in for Jedi 1. And this timing attack is going to do a lot of damage, I feel. Obviously, these Reavers going to be very important. This is the reason why he didn't get the shot earlier on. He knew that the sort of counter-attack would come in eventually. Now, all of a sudden, I'm getting chills. Now, I'd like to say it's because we're about to see a good game, but I think it's just got really cold all of a sudden. But either way, it looks like we're going to have a big engagement here by Jedi 1. Jedi 1 doesn't know about the Reavers as of yet. SuGo actually keeping them on stop, so they're not going to fire for now. Jedi 1 didn't scout them out, I don't believe, but it does look like he's playing a little bit more careful. He knows that SuGo has a lot of units here, but we can see more and more Dragoons rallying on over. We have another couple of pylons at the front of the base. Another Citadel finally coming in for him. Still no Robo support bay. Going to be an observatory coming in, but SuGo with the tech advantage for now, going to have obviously the Reavers, the observers as well. And this is the kind of moment where we see the 12 next player in a little bit of a bind, because all he really has is Dragoons, and how are you going to push into 3 Reavers with Dragoons? Like, you would need the perfect splits, you would need Bisu level micro. Now it looks like SuGo trying to be a little bit sneaky, hiding a base. Now, Jedi 1 is doing the same thing. He's going to expand over here as well. So we're going to have like this weird situation where both of them are going to be expanding. Now, Jedi 1 necessarily isn't going to bother checking this base. Why would you? And this is going to play out in SuGo's favor. If this game goes later, that's going to be minerals and gas that Jedi 1's not going to get. We see cannons coming up here as well. Oh, this is going to be a very important scout for Jedi 1. He's moving up to take the natural. He's going to see this is coming in. He should realistically just cancel this because he knows that it's going to go down now. But we see the observers going over to check where Jedi 1's army is. We see the Reavers moving out with the shuttle. There is going to be a Reaver back here to defend. There's even DTs in this army as well. It's like he's gone to a sweet shop, gone to the 1 penny sweets and been like, I want one of everything. And that's what he's got. He's going for a little bit of everything. We've got a Dragoon coming in here now. He hasn't cancelled the Nexus. I think this is a big mistake by SuGo. I think SuGo thinks with his tech advantage he's going to get the win here with this push, but this Nexus really does need to be cancelled. He's going to lose 400 minerals now for absolutely nothing. This Dragoon going to take down this cannon with the Zealots. And I mean, SuGo's army going to be heading in against Jedi 1. Jedi 1's army still not very diverse. He's the kind of guy who goes into a sweet shop and gets 100 of the same sweet. But obviously he's going to be able to take down this Nexus. Going to take down the pylon as well. But SuGo Looks like he wants to try and do some counter damage, but here we go. Looks like we are going to have a big engagement in the middle of the map. SuGo coming in with DTs in front. They're going to soak up a good amount of damage. Let's see exactly how well this is going to go. Jedi 1's army not all there. SuGo with a great engagement so far. Zealots getting on top of the Dragoons. And Jedi 1 forced back down the ramp. That's going to give SuGo access to the main bulk of the production of Jedi 1. Now this is not looking good for Jedi 1. He's trying to pull his Zealots back, but it's going to be Zealots from one side, Dragoons from the other. The Reaver's going to be doing a lot. There's no Observer here for SuGo actually, so this DT is going to be doing a lot of damage. Wait, did the DT go down? Was there wow, I think a Hero Reaver killed that, but look at the amount of damage the SuGo's done. SuGo's breaking his through. No, the DT is still there. He's going to take down both of the Reavers. But doesn't matter. SuGo still has so many Dragoons here in the front. This is an insane engagement by SuGo. He's going to lose his tech units. But with more and more Zealots coming in the back, this is a lot of supply for Jedi 1 to be losing. Jedi 1 trying to take the third base first is going to get punished here. But the DT still going to be doing a lot of damage. The Observer a long way away, but the DT pulling back. He knows he's got the gateway production to try and hold on here. But he's going to have to rely a lot on Defender's advantage. No Storm as of yet for him. +2 attack is coming in. That's going to be a big moment. We got +1 attack on 1 armor. We've got 1 attack on 1 armor for both players now actually. So upgrade parity here in the mid game. Obviously 14 minutes into a PvP. That's pretty much late game actually. We don't really see games go on that long. Jedi 1 going to be building cannons over here. That's not going to help him. He needs more units. He needs more tech. And tech is just something he doesn't have. He's got a High Templar now. The DT that saved him before is not going to save him this time. Just look at the amount of units that SuGo has coming in here. With a Reaver in reserve as well. The Zealot's going to go down like absolute jelly. And Jedi 1 still trying to hold on. But he's going to be fighting a convex into a concave. And that is not a position you want to be in. The Reaver at the back being microed really well with the shuttle, and Jedi 1's army is being absolutely annihilated. And there's nothing that Jedi 1 can do now. He doesn't have Storm, he has no splash damage, and staying on Dragoons too long is going to cause him a problem. Now he did manage to nearly take down this base with his Zealots, but those Zealots are really units he needed back with his army. He does have his third base, so maybe with reinforcements he can do this. But SuGo with his own reinforcements, with his own third base coming up, is going to be able to push on through, I believe. The Reaver helping so much here. I wish I could see how many kills this guy has got. We're going to have to wait until the Reaver stops producing Scarabs, which for now shouldn't be anytime soon. But here we go. We do have the first Storm out. That's going to do a lot of damage to Dragoons. Does take down the shuttle, but the Dragoons, the gateways even are unpowered right now. There's only 4 gateway production against 7 or 8. Let's just double check. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. GG! Coming in from Jedi 1. SuGo takes the third game, giving NaS the 3-0 victory here in set number 2. Now, I did mention before that there was a walkover. Now, fortunately for mSj, that wouldn't have made a difference, so we won't get an ace match here. Obviously the 3-0 victory counts overall over everything, but that would have been between Terra and Tefik, a TBZ. The walkover did go in favour of Terra. Tefik didn't show up to his game, but a great played game by SuGo there. Really well played for this map as well. So we're going to miss out on one of the games, Terra Tefik on Athena 2, but I'm just going to report that as a win for Terra anyway. Report the win for NaS. We can quickly recap the series, and then we're going to have a look at what's coming up next on the STPL. So just to quickly bring us over to the results screen, we can see exactly how that series went. A 4-0 victory there for NaS, of course. Eon Zerg taking down Darkish, Dragon taking down Lamozerg, Jedi 1 with the best chance out of them, nearly taking down SuGo, but SuGo's micro very powerful in PvP, using his 2,000 hours work studying Brood War, I feel. Memeing aside, Terra winning over Tefik in a walkover, so a little bit unfortunate that we got a walkover in the series, but it's not the end. When we look at the rankings for Group A, NaS with that victory take their place at the top of the group, 11 for 1 plus 10. Same as Seoul and NetWars, so 3 teams really pulling ahead of everyone right now. Media, of course, joining them just behind. But mSj going to take the bottom spot, 1 for 12 for them. Unfortunately, it's not been their season, but they've shown a lot of heart. Obviously, Jedi 1 doing a really good job there against SuGo. And I hope they don't feel too disheartened going into week 4, which is going to be coming up starting on Monday with Bull versus Media and Seoul Gaming versus Psystorm. Bull versus Media should be very fun, actually. The Bolivian team, Bull against Media, obviously North Americans. And then we've got on Wednesday FBW versus White Clan and IRK versus Rev. That's going to be at 2100 CEST. And then on Saturday, rather than the usual Friday, we're going to have NaS versus Valhalla and DM versus BWL. So, sorry, just itching my eye again. And this is the end for the STPL today. Huge thank you to everybody who tuned in, everyone who donated to the prize pool. It currently sits around $1,500. That's going to be split among all of the teams, so really glad to see that. Obviously, a huge thank you to all the players who played their games, as without the players, we wouldn't have Brood War tournaments. Obviously, I can organise tournaments, Zero can organise tournaments. Trying to think of who else. Sham 2 can organise tournaments. Without players to play in them, there's no purpose to them. So, huge thank you mainly to the players. So have a good morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are. And I will see you guys for more STPL next time.